Here's what's happening now on our last mile day. You know we're about to bake, but is this the last time that we're going to be seeing a raindrop until the middle of next week? Paula?
Hey, Ben, only we can take you behind the scenes at the music festival, free music festival preparations this weekend to show what they're doing to keep as many as 20,000 people safe. And I've got a Grammy-nominated singer to sing me in and out to boot.
Thank you, Paula. Also ahead, a birth control glitch that could cause serious problems for many women. Plus, what President Trump is saying about testifying under oath himself to answer claims from former FBI Director James Comey.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
We have enjoyed such a beautiful week, but we could see some rain showers this evening, and you need to get ready for the extreme heat that's now moving in. Ben Bailey will get you ready. He kicks off our coverage tonight with the first forecast. Ben?
Deep breaths, Sandra. Here it comes. This is the last of the mild stretch that we're going to see, and 4 Live Radar has been tracking at least a few showers, and just within the last 20 minutes or so, a couple lightning strikes right there on the border between Monroe and Wayne County. Most of this rain now has cleared us to the east. It's possible we could see a few more of these showers pop up before the evening is done, but once the sun goes down, that's it for rain, and it looks like that'll be it for rain until the middle of next week. Of course, we've really got our eyes focused on the thermometer over the weekend. 87 tomorrow, 90 on Sunday for the first time this year, and that is just the start. It looks like this heat wave may go even further than we thought. We'll look at that in your 7-day forecast coming up, Sandra.
All right, thank you, Ben. All hail the Queen of Soul. It's also going to be a hot weekend when it comes to music this weekend. While fans are excited about seeing Aretha Franklin for free, organizers have their eyes on fun, family, and of course, security. Paula Tutman live with a look at security upgrades to try to keep everybody safe. Hey, Paula.
Hey, Sandra. So listen, this is going to be big because we're talking about 3 square blocks in downtown Detroit, 4 stages, dozens and dozens of acts, and they're expecting about 20,000 people. They have really spared no expense in really creating this really fun environment, but also equal parts safety.
You know, Aretha Franklin's gonna be here tomorrow. She's giving a free concert.
It takes an army to build a festival.
That's normally where we pass out our VIP lanyards. So that's the place to come to say, hi, I'm here. So it goes 888 plus the 2.
The periphery is already going through its first layer of shutdown. Music Hall is producing the inaugural Detroit Music Weekend with 3 square blocks of entertainment for absolutely every age, from ballet to puppet shows, of course music, and then of course the main event, the Queen.
This is where Aretha's going to perform, so you can.
Okay, and this is between what and what?
So that's the Opera House right there.
Okay.
Okay, and then the music hall's over there.
So in between the Opera House and the Music Hall.
Right on Aretha Franklin Way.
Aretha Franklin Way.
Right, formerly known as Madison Avenue.
Aretha takes the main stage at 6 p.m. with a full orchestra, and no detail has been overlooked for this free, open to the public, everyone welcome event.
But you can also see Josh Grayson and Mitch Ryder and Laith Al-Sadi. It is a lineup that is as diverse as Detroit is.
As part of the planning, a combination of visible and invisible layers of security. Detroit police won't disclose their staffing, but what we can report is there will be a minimum of 60 uniformed and undercover members of a security force, more than 20 seen and unseen per square block.
So there's not only kind of a large, very obvious police presence, like this is Detroit police officers fully uniformed, but there's also quite a few folks that are not uniformed, and they kind of look like you and me.
And they're going to circulate and look like party goers.
Yes, yes.
3 entry portals and eyes watching possible soft entry points so no one can slip in unnoticed.
We have, you know, some high roofs that also we can look down on. So we're able to really regulate the flow of the patrons.
I gotta tell you, baby,
Okay, and this is Grammy-nominated songbird and songwriter Melanie Rutherford, just kind of giving us a preview. Listen, first song kicks off at 11 a.m. tomorrow, downtown between the Opera House and Music Hall. Last song, Aretha Franklin, Free. This could be her last concert because she's announced her retirement. She starts at 6 p.m. And guys, the price is right. The price is right. It's all free.
Yeah.
With 20,000 of your closest friends. Sandra?
Free. You said the magic word. Paula, it's going to be special. Thank you so much. In other news at this hour, a 20-year-old Detroit man arraigned on charges he shot a teen to death over Air Jordan sneakers. Dante Tyrell Ford facing multiple charges now, including murder and armed robbery. Prosecutors say on Tuesday, Ford met with 17-year-old Corey Harris Thomas and Thomas's friend on the city's west side to buy Air Jordan shoes. Police say during that meeting, Ford pulled out a gun and fired a shot, killing Thomas. Ford was also hurt when Thomas's friend then returned fire. A 73-year-old man has died from a severe head injury after being hit by a truck. He was one of 4 people hit yesterday outside the Shinola store on Canfield in Detroit's Midtown area. After being hit, he ended up pinned underneath a camper. One other victim still in critical condition. Meantime, the 42-year-old driver is still in custody. No charges have been filed just yet. That investigation continues. You may not recognize her right away, but you've probably had a meal at her restaurant, Sweet Lorraine's in Southfield. Lorraine Plattman has made the difficult decision now to close her Southfield location after 35 years. She has some health issues, making it too difficult, she says, to continue working full-time. She's hoping the 75 employees can find other positions in one of the other locations or one of the other franchises. Sweet Lorraine's in Southfield, now set to close, coming up on June 25th. In the past hour, President Donald Trump spoke with reporters for the first time since former FBI Director James Comey's testimony before Congress. The president took questions during an appearance in the Rose Garden with Romania's president. President Trump wouldn't say if he made recordings of his conversations with Comey, only hinting he would give an answer at some point in the future. While he didn't call Comey a liar, the president said he never asked Comey for his loyalty, as Comey has testified under oath.
I hardly know the man. I'm not going to say, I want you to pledge allegiance. Who would do that? Who would ask a man to pledge allegiance under oath? I mean, think of it. I hardly know the man.
The president also denies telling Comey he hoped the Michael Flynn investigation would go away. A reporter asked the president if the president would testify under oath about those areas of disagreement. The president replied, 100%. More fallout from the Comey hearing. President Trump's personal attorney says he now may file formal complaints against the former FBI director. The attorney says he's concerned about Comey leaking memos about his conversations with the president to the press. He plans to file complaints with the Justice Department and the Senate Judiciary Committee as well. Right now, it's still not clear when that may happen. Reaction to Comey's testimony is coming fast and furious from members of Congress. Even some Republicans say they're uncomfortable with the president's conversations about Michael Flynn. And some are also asking, are there tapes of Comey's conversations with the president or not?
I also think that the committees should send over a subpoena to the White House for those tapes, and they should be produced if they exist.
It is totally wrong. I'll go beyond inappropriate. It is wrong for the President of the United States to tell or imply to an FBI director that an investigation should not go forward.
And don't forget, in addition to the congressional investigation, special counsel Robert Mueller is conducting his own investigation into all of this. Of course, we're going to keep you posted every step of the way. Here at home, a Downriver Middle School ending the week in style with its very own mini version of Arts Beats and Eats. Rhonda Walker spent some time in River Rouge, and she shows us some of the amazing artwork and fun for the whole community.
And all the work that went into Sabbath Middle School's 3rd annual Arts Beats and Eats Festival has been by all the kids you see here. They're 6th to 8th grade students, and they really want to show their close-knit community just how special their school is. And along the way, those kids showing off their artwork feel pretty special too.
From the choir, marching band, and student rap performers, they've got the beats Food trucks, brats, and burgers, they've got the eats.
It's so good.
And some impressive artwork you wouldn't believe was created by a 6th grader.
I made this because this school feels so special to me. I really wanted to come here.
We had a Chicago trip coming up, so I was just thinking about how city was going to be, so I decided like maybe to put city inside of an eye.
And it's been quite eye-catching.
At first, I was like, no one's going to like it because, I was scared to show it. But now I have more confidence because now everyone's really interested in it.
It's the 3rd year for River Rouge's Sabbath Middle School student-led Arts, Beats, and Eats Festival. A special day the 5th graders from the local Feeder Elementary School are very excited to be invited.
Having fun, hanging with my friends. I'm just excited because I heard it's gonna be like rappers and stuff here, so I'm just excited because I like music. I think it's fun where everybody gets to just run around, have fun with their friends.
The fun day also includes bounce houses, basketball, and joy for all.
They really pull together and they really shine on days like this.
From Sabbath Middle School in River Rouge, I'm Rhonda Walker, local.
What a blast. Thank you, Rhonda. In good health, an important recall for women. One company telling customers their birth control won't work. Also ahead, video that is very painful to watch. What happened to this woman could be a wake-up call for you or someone you love. But up first, take a look at these children running for cover. Find out the connection between this video and an ongoing American foreign policy crisis. News from around the world coming up next.
TV's coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
The school bus is meant to bring the kids to and from school.
Well, I was trying to bang on the window screaming for help.
Unless the kid winds up here. What's the district saying? We'll let you know.
First at 4, we're on top of stories making headlines around the world on this Friday, and we start in Britain. That's where voters have shown they're divided over the future of their country. But British Prime Minister Theresa May vowing to form a new government, even though her party failed to get a majority in Parliament. May made the announcement after a meeting with Queen Elizabeth at Buckingham Palace. Britain will start talks to leave the European Union in just 10 days. That sound you just heard there, that's an evacuation drill in Japan in case of an attack by North Korea. Look at those children you just saw there running for cover. It reminds you of the duck and cover drills in the U.S. back in the 60s during the Cold War. North Korea just performed more missile tests this week and has also been engaged in a stubborn standoff with the Trump White House over its weapons program. In good health today, a recall alert involving a birth control pill that was sold across the country. We're talking about Lupin Pharmaceuticals now saying its Mibella's 24 FE products were packaged incorrectly. So the first 4 days of tablets, which were labeled as active pills, are actually placebos, so they don't have any effect at all. That could, of course, result in a pregnancy as well as any potential health issues for mother and unborn child. So far, though, according to the FDA, no issues have been reported. Well, you know the saying, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but a new study finds a dog might teach senior citizens better exercise habits. Researchers studied the activity levels of 84 retirees. Those who own dogs walked 22 minutes longer and took over 2,700 extra steps every day than those without furry friends. Dog owners were also less likely to sit for long periods of time. Experts say exercise can help seniors, of course, maintain a higher quality of life. Just one more reason to appreciate our pets as we end Pet Appreciation Week. Don't forget, you can always find the latest pet news and also share your favorite pet photos at All for Pets. It's on our website, clickondetroit.com. Ben is back. We enjoyed lots of sunshine this week, and that's kind of changing a bit tonight.
Are you ready for this?
This heat wave?
Yeah.
I think so. It's starting to really feel like summer.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad enough when we knew we had to deal with it for 3 days, and now it looks like it could be extending a little bit more than
nice
that.
Long stretch.
Yeah. Temperatures outside right now, though, very far from that. In fact, Actually below average, thanks to all the clouds that we had today. 72 at Metro, 73 out in Ann Arbor. Some of the warmer spots are away from the thicker cloud cover and where we saw those showers roll through. Downright cool 68 in Grosse Ile, but you can see the 80s already starting to ring the area from Adrian back up to Lansing. And of course, everybody's going to be in the 80s tomorrow. We still have a chance of getting some more thunderstorms move through, even though we just had a couple dot our landscape here this afternoon. There's not much more to look at back here to the west until you start seeing a few of these form just up around the Traverse City Gaylord area right now. I think the chances are there of seeing at least a few thunderstorms through about 10 o'clock tonight. Beyond that, we should be dry, and we should stay that way, it looks like, until the middle of next week. So the forecast map takes us dry tonight. We'll wake up that way tomorrow. And of course, the story is going to be the heat over the weekend. On Sunday, there are going to be some thunderstorms form here in northern lower Michigan. This is going to be closer to where that front's going to be. And I think those will stay away from us. So we're still going to look at mostly sunny skies. And of course, that heat that's well above average for this time of year. We're not going to set any records. All the records are in the mid to upper 90s, so we're not going to quite get there. But considering where we've been, this is going to be quite a change of pace, and dry conditions continue into Monday, and so does the heat. That's not the only story. Humidity is coming along with it as well. We look at dew points. We talk about this every year. When those numbers are in the 50s, that's dry air. When they start creeping into the 60s, that's noticeable. And when they're into the mid 60s, that's what we classify as muggy, and that's what we'll see here by Monday. So not much humidity tomorrow, goes to noticeable on Sunday, and then by Monday, we're really going to be sweating it out with those temperatures in the 90s. Overnight lows tonight in the 50s, up to around 60 degrees in the city. And again, dry once we get past midnight, and then we'll see those clouds start to break. Temperatures tomorrow going into the mid and upper 80s. We'll look at your 4-zone forecast in the metro zone, 87, 88 generally here from the city north. South zone temperatures, I think, will stay away from 90, but still into the mid 80s across most of the zone. West zone temperatures mid 80s here as well tomorrow, 85 in Howell, 87 up in Flint, 86 in Novi and Canton, and not much cooler temperatures here in our north zone, except maybe off the lake we'll get a little bit of the temperatures cooling into 82 and 83 there in Richmond and St. Clair. But look at these 90s Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and even though we may cool down a couple degrees, we're still going to be in the upper 80s through most of the upcoming forecast, and chance of a shower or thunderstorm not coming back until Wednesday of next week. So get those ACs cranking, Sandra.
It's like summer is here. Thank you so much, Ben. Trending stories are next, including a really big announcement today from Taylor Swift. We're going to show you also a pair of gym shoes that could sell for $15,000, even more. But coming up next, the dangers of texting and walking, and it's all caught on camera. A very painful lesson that many of us need to pay attention to. That's coming up next.
Our client.
A New Jersey woman recovering in the hospital today after texting while walking. Security video here shows the 67-year-old woman walking out while glued to her phone Thursday. And as you just saw right there, she plunges down an open sidewalk access door. Some folks passing by reached out to help her, but not before she fell about 6 feet into that hole. She was rescued by emergency crews, rushed to the hospital where right now she remains in serious condition this afternoon. If you like shopping IKEA, but you don't always enjoy trekking all the way out to the store, the Swedish retailer is about to try something new. It's going to try to start teaming up with other third-party websites to expand its online reach, making it easier for you to shop online. Now, IKEA hasn't said yet which websites it will use, but the test project is expected to start next year.
I don't mind going to the store. I just want somebody to put it together for me when I get it home.
I know, but you know what? A lot of folks complain that it's a hike for them.
That's true. It's a big store.
It is, and it takes you a long time to get through, so I wouldn't mind that online shopping a little easier. Speaking of online sales, Taylor Swift shaking off any bad blood she has with music streaming services starting today. The blank space left on sites like Spotify since her split with the services back in 2014 will be filled, and fans who previously bought the digital content will once again see it restored in their music libraries. Still no word yet if her change of heart is actually going to be temporary to coincide with the release of new music, or if this is actually going to be a permanent move. And also take a look at these sneakers here. How much would you pay for these sneakers? They were actually made in the early 90s, and they feature the Apple logo here. They're going to be auctioned off this Sunday. And get this, the starting bid, $15,000. So you might be wondering, why are these vintage sneakers so valuable? They were a prototype only given to Apple employees, and they are in apparently great condition. By the way, they're a size 9.5. If
I
you're
think I'd pay
interested.
it. It's an investment. I think they'll go up in value.
You know what? That's actually a pretty smart way of looking at it. I never thought of it as an investment.
Just don't have the $15K to spend on
Or the 9.5 size shoe.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
All right. Well, still ahead, this little guy right here hopped into some serious trouble. We're going to show you who came to the rescue coming up next.
Right now.